Now, from your weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Well, on average, we experience our first 80-degree temperature of the year around the 7th of April here in Evansville. So we're nearly 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Not too many people complaining. Let's just hope our first 90-degree day isn't well ahead of schedule, too. No indication of anything quite that warm, but we will be flirting with 80 again on Saturday. And here are the numbers from this afternoon. Our northern counties were a little cooler thanks to those scattered storms that rolled through late in the morning and early afternoon. But the rest of the tri-state along and south of the river, 80 to 85 degrees. Of course, we don't have the humidity this time of the year, so it does make the warmer weather much nicer than what we begin to feel and sweat through during the month of May. Now, live first warning Doppler quiet right now, but after 3 a.m., we're going to begin to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms coming in from the northwest that will be impacting areas mainly north of I-64. Very similar track to what we saw earlier today during the late morning, early afternoon. This cluster of storms came out of southwestern Illinois, tracked along and north of 64, producing some hail at times. The hail got as large as quarters in the Mount Carmel area, and then it fortunately weakened as across the Wabash and moved into areas along the White River, and by the time it got into Du Bois County, it was much weaker. But the storms tomorrow morning will take a very similar track to what we saw today. They'll just be arriving a bit earlier in the day. There's a live view from downtown Owensboro. That's our Kincaid Insurance Group tower camera where the Ohio River is beginning to fall now. The crest is passing by Ohio, or Evansville and Henderson, I should say, on the Ohio. And that's a live view from our Heads Construction Tower camera looking over the Highway 41 strip in Henderson. Still 68 degrees. That's well above our average high for this time of the year. A west-northwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Upper 60s to the north, still some low 70s down to the south. We'll have a bit of a range in temperatures. I think along and south of the river around 60, but we could get into the low 50s up here in our northwestern counties, but still well above normal for this time of the year. Well, just some clouds moving through right now. A front just north of the area beginning to get active again in northern Missouri. Showers and thunderstorms firing there. And these are going to ride to the east-southeast overnight and then quickly move through the area shortly after daybreak tomorrow morning. The Storm Prediction Center keeping that marginal level 1 severe weather threat along and north of 64 until 7 a.m. and then brings it down a little farther south for the day tomorrow. But this is really all based on that wave of storms coming through in the morning. And as you'll see on Future Tracker, it looks like it's going to be mainly along and north of 64. So here's an updated version. We got the storms into our northwest corner around 5 a.m. Look how quickly they move. That's 5 a.m. By 6 a.m., they're already across the Wabash, grazing northern Gibson County. And by 7 a.m., they're pulling out of Du Bois County. And if this verifies, it all stays north of 64. Rest of the day will be mostly cloudy. Not as warm as today, but highs still in the mid, maybe upper 70s. A few spotty showers possible later in the afternoon. The focus, though, will be on the severe threat late Saturday afternoon and evening. A marginal to slight risk, level 1 and 2, damaging winds, large hail, isolated tornadoes. A few showers Friday night in our northern counties, but after that, we're dry through most of Saturday with little sun, very windy, very warm, upper 70s to lower 80s Saturday afternoon. Late in the afternoon, a few showers develop, and then here come the main batch of scattered storms as the sun is going down. They'll move through the rest of the tri-state Saturday evening. They'll be gone by daybreak Sunday, and though it will stay very windy and cool down, temperatures just back to normal on Sunday afternoon in the middle 60s. So overnight tonight, maybe a few storms late in our northwestern counties, 52 to 61. They'll ride mainly along and north of 64 tomorrow morning, be long gone by afternoon. Then we're left with mostly cloudy skies, 71 to 78 for the high. 7-day forecast, a little sun on Saturday. Most of the day dry, very windy, very warm, upper 70s to lower 80s. We got the scattered strong to severe storms coming in late afternoon through the evening. They're gone by daybreak Sunday, which would be very windy, but just seasonably cooler. A nice Monday, and then Tuesday's a weather aware day, but more for rain. It looks like the severe weather threat with that system should be staying down to our south. So a few storms in our northern counties tomorrow morning, but after that, pretty nice warm weather until late Saturday afternoon and evening, Brad, and that's when we'll be focusing on that more significant threat for some severe weather.
All right. Thanks, Wayne.